Yo. What's good? Thank you for the hydrate already. Hopefully everyone is doing well today. We're doing a building stream for a little bit, and then we'll switch over to requests at some point. Where that is, don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care. Yo, Cleek with the buck. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. I think I switched my audio sources properly, so YouTube you should only hear game audio, and Twitch you should be able to hear some background music, because I want to listen to my own music, not some NCS nonsense. What is a strigi? Strigi? It's a old Latin term for a mythical owl beast. So yeah. Ignore this. Ignore how bright this is. It's fixed when you actually play the level. I'll try to make sure you see at least one CC entry when requests start. I'll be here in the meantime. Fair enough. But yeah. Today we're just building, doing some chillaxing. So yeah. People on Twitch, you guys can hear the background music, right? And people on YouTube, you should not be able to hear the background music. You should only hear me right now at this point. Alright, cool. Good to know. If it's not classic design, we're not watching. Bruh. It is classic design. Just, you know, typical me fashion. I level it up a little bit. So yeah, that's all we got so far. You might be able to recognize this song because of this part. If you ever heard of that level for like Destination or something. Oh, this song has not been used, so figured I'd go ahead and use it. Even though like that one wave part by that song made is like hella popular because it's like kind of crazy. What's it called? 74,860. Yeah. Deviation. Yeah, this thing. This thing is ridiculous. I can't get past it. I got 74 on it. But yeah. It's funny, you guys saw, I'm assuming, the area fade. Like that wipe area fade. Without it, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like being added here. It's so funny. But yeah. Yeah, I said to myself that this would be a low effort level. But I for some reason put in a bit of effort here with this cave part. Like, you know, let's add some depth to the water, why don't we? Right? Let's add some parallax depth to the water with, you know, different Y values here. Sure. Why not? Why not? Let's just add some random high effort stuff for no reason. Well, yeah. That's pretty much what we're doing today. If anybody requests the skip queue, I'm probably just going to ignore it today, in all honesty. I don't feel like doing those right now. How to make the water? It's just I can show you. It's just a bunch of those, it's just basic blocks. I can show you after I do the outlines here. So, what was it, layer 10? Yeah. So for some of them, it's all just, you know, basic whatever, these blocks right here. Set to a blending color. And for some of these parts, you know, as you can see, I'm clicking, I'm not selecting anything. That's because they're gradients. And we have these gradients right here that fill in this area so I can have it, you know, wrap around the spikes right here. We're gonna do that so it's not blinding everyone. And then we have another part right here. That's just a little sliver. Bunch of interesting layering. And then, you know, classic, you know, waterfall type thing, using some particles. And then I haven't done this technique in forever. I used to do this all the time in 2.1, you know, just spamming a bunch of these drip objects. Sup, Howler, how you doing? And then this safe text only appears on the first attempt, just, you know, to let everyone know that the stalactites, stalagmites, I forget, it only appears first attempts, you know, assuming you make it past. And yeah, just to let everyone know that, you know, you don't gotta avoid them. And then the pulsing on the spike towers are just a very simple area tint. But yeah. I'm not going for anything too spectacular, but I'm still, like, you know, putting just a small amount of effort in. My main thing with this level, though, was to use the song, because, like, Deviation, or whatever it's called, Destination, I forget, Deviation, I think, is a pretty infamous map. It was, I think it was being decorated back in, like, 2021. I remember seeing a couple parts for it, and then it's kind of died. I don't know what the status of it is now, but obviously, like, it's like an extreme demon. But it's the most surprising thing about the level is that the song has not been used at all. Like, the most high liked levels with it, most popular levels, are just like some random, like, 6-star that no one cares about, and then like a wave portion from the level. Do I remember Apple Guy opinion? No. I don't know what that means. Ba-da-ba-ba. What even uses color 9? I'm tripping here. Oh wait, it's the grass objects. That's right, yeah. Yeah. You know, basic, simple grass structuring on top. And then some wood crates, because I used to do this a lot. My main thing is just, like, I wanted to do some 2.1 cave texturing. Ever done art stop before? Yeah, I have. I have a level called Last Tidefall that's currently uploaded in my account. Got epic and daily, and that uses a art style kind of similar to that of, like, Astrolith and other levels. Do I have a mythic level? No, just because I'm too lazy to build one. Like, I'm sure I have the potential to, I just don't want to put in that effort realistically. Okay, this part's gonna be annoying to do with these blocks. Assuming... Never mind. We're goated. Please get rid of that one blast too close to the others. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're just yapping. do need to grab this, move that there. Awesome. There's one in the top left corner. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Is it this? Yeah, I think you might be talking about that. I don't know. Alright, now we need to figure out some inner design here. I had the previous design, or the design in the previous part to be this, which, Jesus fucking flashbang, bro. Which I just copied from HSV, in all honesty. Because I'm like, you know what? I think that's a cool look. Yeah, welcome in, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I might just copy that color. Am I reading the chat? Yeah. That's B1. That's what we want to put here. Do that, and then let's do that. Simple enough. And then B2 minus 6. Let's do these. Just because I think the little gradient it introduces looks cool. Bro, I literally said at the end of the stream, you're getting banned if you spoil a raid. So that's on you for spoiling the raid, even though I literally said that you're going to get banned. So that's your own fault. If you're coming in here to try to, you know, plead forgiveness, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. Maybe in like a couple months. Which type of level do I like in 2.2? Most of them? I don't know. I don't really have like a favorite level type. I do want to add... Well, no, I don't want to add because they don't exist here. I was going to say I want to add some particles, but I think that would actually make it a little bit more messy than it needs to be. Let's just copy these spike designs. I'm going to use this entire spike design for the first part, because this is technically where the second part will begin. I don't have too many ideas for it right now, but I do have a general, like, what I think I want to do with that part. Now, 1, 2, 3, boop, boop. And then I need one more over here. Do I have one of you on the top? I don't. Oh, you motherfucker. Fine then, I'll just do it this way. There we go. Is that an aquatic theme level? No. It's just a relatively cool color. And cool, I mean cold. Not cool as in, that's cool bro, but cold themed level. Just because the song is relatively cold. What's up, Quan? If I'm a mod, can I set my own levels? I can. But it's basically up to my choice whether or not I do it. Bro, this song is goated. I love this song. Hey, yo, Disciple. When are you getting onto the New Guys Music Library? I think some people don't know that these objects exist, like these outline objects, and like they go around a block. I don't think everyone knows that these objects exist. I use them just because it's easier for me to do what I just did, you know, being able to, you know, wrap it around like that. Why was I using 2 sets of them? What do you mean? That. Alright. 2 sets of outline objects. And I use one for the inner, like these ones, and then I have these ones wrapped around the sides. Just because I want there to be a decent amount of contrast, because instead it looks like that, and that looks absolutely abysmal. Yep. What country am I from? What does it sound like? I mean, I guess it, you know, it's not the most obvious. For the longest time, people thought it was German. I don't know why. I don't see it, but sure. To each their own. Maybe it's because I don't have like the stereotypical American, you know, man, I love these guns, man. Abortion, get that shit out of here. Trump, I'd suck his dick. Oh my god. Like, I don't have that, but like, you know, I am American. What am I even saying? That's the stereotypical American. Okay. So this is the one thing that upsets me. Is I need to figure out how I'm going to make this transition work. I think I'll be fine just by raising these up by 1, but I need to make like a base. Thank God not the stereotypical American. Yeah, me neither. I'm far away from that. Stereotypical American should be I'm going to play more GD. Sure. Yeah, that's a lot of pulses. What even is this area temp for? Oh, it's for the spikes. Okay. I'm looking at this, I'm like, what are these edit area temps for? Test the level right now. The level works fine. It has been tested. Building? Yeah, I am. Figured I'd build for a little bit, just because it's been a while since I did a building stream. Well, not really. How about this? It's been a while since I've done a building stream that I consented to. I kind of forced myself to do the 14-hour building stream with one and done. But this one was of my own volition. My own want to build. My favorite thing about building streams, though, is when people ask me how I do certain things. And I can, like, you know, live show how I do stuff. Like, if I was building Chompo, like, I'm sure that people will be flabbergasted with some things. You know. But yeah. I thought about doing building streams on HSV, but I decided against it because I was doing a lot of monotonous gradient work, and I don't think that would have been the most interesting thing to stream. Yeah, as for the level difficulty, this is 5 stars at most. People are freaking commenting on my creator contest video saying, can I join without a Discord? How do you not have a Discord, dude? Either way, the answer is no. That's a you issue. Yep. 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 Some movements on the blocks would help. That's the thing that people don't realize is movements do not need to have on every block in levels. Like, this level does not need movements. Like, I know that, you know, this game has evolved into the brain rot. Everything must move for it to look interesting, but there's other ways to make your level look interesting. And I'm doing that with pulses. Was love request? When do you stop asking about it? Then maybe I'll start thinking about doing it within the next 2 hours. Can I not do request to stream his build all the time? Yeah, what if I end up not doing requests and I just lie in the title? I could easily do that, and that'd be fun to do. I could switch to a request but not be in GDS. That's true, but I prefer my viewership and my free money from the extra people I get from GDS. Plus, like, if I were to just ping my Discord, you know, there's like those like sweat assholes that like have their helper servers, and they like, you know, ping everyone like, oh my god, this guy's doing love requests, even though he didn't ping like everyone. Go join his stream, right? Like, I don't know, the helper servers thing, they're just like boring, a boring concept. What type of deco is this? Glow deco? I don't really know what else I would call it. 4. Do I have a 4? I do. What creators was I inspired by when I built the first levels on rate? What? Are you asking, like, what creators was I inspired by when I built my first rated level? If so, then it would be DanLux. Do I have a legendary level? I do not. Only because I've been robbed both times. Or all 3 times that I was close to one. Why isn't pinging GDS for requests a rule for mods? Because that'd be a stupid rule. Not everyone wants to deal with the cesspool that is GDS dwellers. GDS level request stream notification dwellers. Alright? There's a lot of them, and to say the average IQ or the total IQ would be 7 would be a generosity. Like, the thing with ping and GDS is like, the first thing that happens is like, alright, look at the title, guys. You see how it says no IDs in chat? Right. What do people immediately do? They put their ID in the chat. Like, it's just, people can't read. And it's just so stupid to deal with. Like, I would love to just, like, start literally banning people. Not even timing them out, just ban them. Like, yep, put your ID in the chat, you're banned. Have a nice life. This song is great. That's a 4. I need a 3. There's a 3. Titles send IDs in chat would result in immediate ban. That's a good idea. Sup 16 Lord, how you doing? Alright, just need to add this final glow, and then we are done with the blocks for this section. Never mind, I have one more block to do. Alright, let's just copy paste this. That is how many blocks high? 5? Yeah. Do I have a 5 here? No, I have a bunch of 4s. Okay. Well then, let's just copy paste you and then add one more layer. Also, I recently discovered that these blocks, these are the ones over here, which, like, I don't think I've ever actually used these blocks up until now. Like, these seem super useless, these blocks right here. But one use I did find for them is that they actually have a little bit more contrast compared to these if you put these on the same blending color, because their inner portions are a little darker, which I think these are the same as these, whereas these are the same as this. Yeah. But I like using these now a little bit more because it allows for more contrast. Like I said, I also need to do that. Well, that's fun. There we go. Do that. That. Okay. Delete that. Move that down there. Boop boop. Are I getting bored of this? Bored of what? Who are you talking to? What did I think of your level? Oh. It's such a funny gimmick. I love it. Content at last? I sent it for an epic just because I like the gimmick. I don't care. It's a funny gimmick. Like, I commented on it saying, like, I have no idea how you did this. But then I took literally 5 seconds to think, and I immediately figured out how you did it. It's a funny but, like, simple gimmick. What level is this? Fine. I'll play it. I need to make a copy of it, though. Okay. So, you may see this and think, why the hell did I send this for an epic? You'll figure it out later, after I beat this. Because he uses a very unique gimmick that is a lot more simple to pull off than it seems. We got some decent area fades on some alien-made drawings, right? You know, it's a cool little thing here, right? I'm just glad this level's like 5 minutes long. I'm glad it's not 5 minutes long, because showing out this gimmick would require me to spend an enormous amount of time on it. Content not yet. Those who come again experience new worlds. Right? Now. Alright, collect coin 2. Okay, let's go ahead and play the level again. Oh, wait. It doesn't let me. Interesting. Maybe it's telling me to, like, pause the game or exit the game and replay? Interesting. Alright. Let's play that again then, since it wanted me to do that. Now, we have an entirely different level. And, I can show you how you do this, if anyone's ever curious. I can show you how to do this. This is all you need. You need a group, locks the player for fucking like 5 seconds. Lock the camera X for 5 seconds. And this next thing you need is a coin set to single frame 3. And you scale the absolute living shit out of that thing. I'm talking like... You scale it like you've never scaled anything in your life. You scale it up so large that the entire level is a coin. I'm not sure what happened here, but what happened here? Why did that happen? I can't scale it anymore. Okay, the coin broke. Let me just reset it. So let's scale the Y to 200 and then scale the X to 800. Right? And this is what you do. You set that to 1. Right? And then let's put a arbitrary spike over here or something, right? Cool. Where's the center of this thing? Okay, we need to move this over here and here. So basically, you have the giant ass coin, and here's your... Nope, it's too far over. You basically move the coin to a location so far to the right that it covers up the entire screen. Maybe I need to set it to player X, actually. Yep. Okay. So then you grab the coin. See, I grabbed the coin. And then, now that I've grabbed the coin, you know how a coin, once you grabbed it, is a silhouette? The coin's no longer there. That's how you do it. That's how you make that level. It's a funny gimmick. Link visible? Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you place it in a certain way, then you don't need to. Yeah, I've heard that people say that level lags because the coin, I think, in that level scaled up to like 19,000 or something. But I don't know. I don't think that 19,000 necessarily a number that's required to scale it up. Like, I scaled it up 400 by 800 and it worked properly. But yeah. It's a very cool gimmick, and therefore I sent it for Epic. I don't care. How do I make something persistent without persisting it? I don't know. Was this song? Are you actually curious? Are you asking, like, what is it? Like, what the hell am I listening to? The latter? Oh, well. It's Oma Varela, so I'm sure you can expect, or you can deduce what that means. Can I give you some building tips? I can't right now, but if you go over to my YouTube, which you are, luckily for you, on, I have a 100 building tips video, which I'm sure you will find has some useful information on there. Yeah, I haven't seen these spike tower things done in a little bit, so I figured I'd do them. The main reason that I made this level, though, is because I recently... there we go. I recently played or replayed Wintertide by Skitten, and I was like, you know what? Something very snowy would be nice, and also this song is perfect for it. Do I consider the difficulty of the level when I send? Yeah, I kind of have to. Because when I send a level, I kind of have to look at the difficulty. Is the friends tab just like shitty nowadays, or are the servers down? I don't know. Either way. When you send a level, you have to send it for a difficulty. Do I have filters on? I do. You're right, I was looking for this song. Boop. Yeah. Like, this is the top level using this song. Just some random 5-year-old demon level. Right? Like, what do you mean? And then you got this, which I don't know what this is. Another 5-year-old difficulty demon level. And then you got this, which I really want to beat at some point. It's so difficult. I don't know how someone made this gameplay, bro. Or came up with it. Like, what do you mean? Like, I can't get past this. I can't be bothered, but yeah. This is the level that, like, you know. Hello? It's ridiculous. I got 74 on it, though. Hey, what's up, Asian Artisty? How you doing? That, yeah. No, I'm freaking out. That. Boop, boop, boop. What is bro building? What the fuck are you talking about? Cleek with the gift sub. Thank you. I mean, these are crystals, bro. You never seen like old school spike crystal tower things? Used to be like extremely popular in like 1.9. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Winter. That's not how you spell winter. Winter tie by the one skin. I need to reset my filters. There we go. Bloodbath has them? Probably. I forget where they are in this level though. But they are in this level. There they are. Yeah. These things. One of my favorite levels in the game, in all honesty. Wintertide. What's up, Lori? How you doing? What's up, Tislo? How you doing? Look how bright this is. So much glow. No worry, it doesn't actually look like that. Chicago type shit? Exactly. Yeah, I was kind of evil with the coins on this level. This first coin's kind of easy. You gotta jump late here, insert yourself between this gap, jump over this spike. Then here, I was a little bit more nice. No, actually I wasn't. I gave you a visual indication of when to jump. So you gotta jump literally right here. So you jump on this late, hit this late, hit this late, or you can buffer this, hit this one on this side. So you go over this, and then you go down there. And then the coin is right here. And then the next one, you just gotta, as your wave, you just gotta hit all these things. And then the coin is down here. And then this last one, it's in the UFO portion. And you just gotta basically go above these saw blades. And then the last coin is right here, which this structure will get replaced by this, so you can't go underneath it. So yeah, the coins of this level are not easy. Excuse me. Asshole coin routes. I'm tired of free coins in levels. We need to bring it back when coins were actually difficult to get. Just in case you actually manage to fall down. Alright. And then here, do the same thing. Boop. And then you should be fine. Polo guy's third coin. That coin's easy, bro. Do the spike trees area tent as well. Just the outsides. You can see there's a pulse on the object outline. How to build that? Years of experience. I'm not moving the center object for that. So, it's actually not a center object. It is literally the center. And all I'm doing is having an edit area tint. And I change the offset value. That's all I do. So, initially, the area tint for 56, which is the bottom one, has it offset to -75. Which is like somewhere down here, I think. And then for 8, which is this one, I changed it to +75, which is the top of the screen. And then like, you know, like a couple frames before the next pulse, I move it back down to -75. Side by side, we can laugh. Well, yeah, you don't need a center object for that. You just need to use these edit area tints. You don't really need, for most, I wouldn't say most, but for a lot of edit or just area triggers that are just like fairly static and not really like revolving around single objects, you could just use the main like 9 or so points on the screen and just move them around with offset values. You don't really need to waste another group in most portions. I've just been using middle objects and just moving that bad boy around. Yeah, I've done that a lot. Like, where's it? Where's Cerulean Pulse? So this beginning waveform right here, at the bottom of the screen, it uses a edit or a area trigger, and all I have it doing, where is it? It's this right here, and let me go ahead and make it white so it's obvious. You can see it moving around like that. But yeah. I think schmovin' it is. Alright. Now we need to do some Now we need to extend this, which okay. How do I sync things so perfectly to how it does not take forever? No, it takes like 5 seconds. And it is a little thing I like to call the BPM trigger. So all I gotta do is figure out the BPM of the song, which, you know, 40 seconds of offset. Pretty obvious that this is 140. So then you do that, place that there, and then, you know, you do that. Very simple. You don't trust the BPM trigger? Well, you're just bad at finding BPM then, because BPM trigger is the easiest way to do it. What's that mod for BPM? What? It's a vanilla trigger. Thank you for the bit. Honestly, when I was building 2.2, I still don't know how much about area triggers, only base triggers. Yeah. Area triggers are decent for like movements and a lot of simple effects. I mean, you can easily get very complicated with them. Like, if you know the ending or the dual part in Champo, you notice that there's like the those waveforms at the background, like the wavy parts. Those are made using area triggers, and a lot of area triggers at that matter. let's go do a little tangent once again. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's find those triggers. Yep. Just a couple. Just a couple area moves. Only, you know, 18 on this layer, and then another however many on this layer. 6. But yeah. They basically made using for these guys right here. But yeah, just because these are a bunch of gradients. So yeah, that took a while to do, but it was worth it in the end. Does a BPM trigger really work for a less regular rhythm? Yeah, it does. You can use it for pretty much any of the music. The only thing I've ever really like had issues finding a BPM on was ambient music. But realistically, why the hell would I want to sync a lot of stuff on ambient music? I don't need a BPM for ambient music. Like classical music, you're typically trying to find threes instead of like, you know, counting 1, 2, 3, 4. You're finding 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's mostly classical music. But beyond that, unless you have some weird, you know, 7/4, 5/4, 13/8 or something stupid like that, you're basically trying to find fours, which is very easy to find. Still wonder how I made the hand thing in HSV. I traced a hand, or I found a picture of a hand online. I turned it into a black and white image, and then I just traced it with a bunch of gradients. So yeah. Okay, so we need to stop stalling here with this because I don't know, this type of stuff kind of freaks me out. Just because these rocks don't exactly look the best when you do them like this. I think it's this one. Nope, this one. State color. State color. That's the issue here. It's because these are actually the different one. I decided to be bold and use both. Shit. I can't do that because that'll look shitty. So I think I'll have to do, unfortunately, some experimental fills, which I used to do this a lot in 2.1. I forget which one it is. 0? Nope, that's lighter, so I can't do that. Yeah, back in like the old times, back in the dark ages, I used to use these rock objects, and generally rock objects a lot in general. Like back when I was like a wannabe realism creator, before I realized that that's actually kind of a shitty style nowadays. Lighter, great, thank you. That's exactly the color that I want. Like, I used to do this a lot. It doesn't look that good, in all honesty. Like, you can easily see it, which I think, with my general standards nowadays, I don't want to do that. I might just do some rock spam. Just because, like, this camera differentiation here with the Y value just pisses me off. So, for now, we're just going to do these. Got the most unbelievable comments on recent solo. What did you get? What gems did you receive? When level requests? When people stop asking. Because all that's doing is just going to be prolonging the amount of time that I'd take to build. So, if people stop asking, then I'll definitely, you know, consider doing level requests within the next couple of hours. I forgot these guys are T2 for some reason. Oh, this is the song that literally came out yesterday, okay. I'm like, what is this song, bro? But it's literally the one that I added to a playlist yesterday. Okay. I have YouTube too? Yeah. Star Grind is when the 7 stars in one site, in one attempt site readable. I just ignore those comments. Just because they're a bunch of little kids. 99% of the time. I still kind of don't get how the BPM trigger would help with the cerulean pulse rhythm. Let's go look at it real quick. I mean, with the BPM trigger, you have your main beats. Oh, I deleted them. All right, that's right. Oh, I can't do it. No. Stupid mod view and not allowing me to look at that like that. All right, let's go ahead and find the BPM. 145. So, yep. 145, 2 times speed, and then basically just find the pulses. Where are they? Where did I put my pulses, bro? Oh wait, it's here. They're looped, that's why. That's right. Okay. So okay, that's fine. So now, luckily, oh wait, here's the BPM trigger. I'm stupid. I forgot I disabled it. So luckily for the BPM trigger, you can do as many of these as you want, right? Like up to like 10. I did 4 beats per bar here, and as you can kind of see, it I mean, I will agree with you. Like, this is not the easiest one to really do. Like, I think 10 beats per bar is what I did. Looking at this right now, pretty sure I did 10 beats per bar. But you can see here, they all pretty much line up as you want them to do. And then if you're wondering about like how that worked in like the drop portion, let me find it here. I pretty much did the same thing. That's the wrong one. That's the right one. Once again, 10 beats per bar, and they pretty much line up. Almost like, I think I actually did 14 if I remember things correctly. I don't know. Either way, there was a value that I did in here, but BPM trigger allows you to line things up perfectly, not perfectly, but it's not that daunting as it might seem. It allows you to find the BPM for most levels, most songs. Like for this part, doing 4 beats per bar allowed me to figure out the little pulse values or pulsing here for like the little chiptune sound effects. Are you able to input decibels on a BPM trigger? Why would you need to do that? The answer is no. Oh, that's cool, spoiler. Good luck on that. Car wraps are pretty cool. I like doing the designs for those. I'm saying it like I've done them, but no, I haven't. I think they're just cool. Hey, it's Cillian and Bailey. How you doing? Or Bailey. You wondering when I don't wanna wake up. Is it a dream? Are you really here? Dark flames are light up. I feel fire getting close to me. You wondering when I don't wanna wake up. Is it a dream? Are you really here? Fire flames are light up. Fire getting close to me. You wondering when I don't wanna wake up. Okay, I don't know how much more I need to fill it in. Perfect, we are done with this. Don't need that or that. We can go and go back to this. Thank God. 4, 3, awesome. I need to find the ones that are above, because I have so many water layers here. I highly recommend if you have a keyboard that has the ability for macros to give yourself an auto clicker, because that is how I'm doing this very quick. I can spam fairly quickly, but even I don't want to have to deal with that. Let's do 3 here. And also sometimes you can quote-unquote cheat in regular levels and use your audio clicker for some spam sections, which I've definitely done. But it's not technically cheating. Is area move lagger than just using move on each object? Yeah. Depends on the setup of it though. Okay, go tit. Great message. You did well on screwing that up. You gotta move to Twitch. Stuff's delayed. To be fair, YouTube generally has a larger delay, just in general, compared to Twitch. Just because I think it might be platform limitations. I don't know. Either way, YouTube is nice to stream on because, you know, it grows your YouTube channel if you care about it. But Twitch is generally, in my opinion, the superior streaming service. Delete that. Okay. And then back to some old 2.1 gimmicks of just some random ass crystal things. Like using these corner pieces with the base color invisible. Haven't done that in forever. Using the paint style objects for some crystal things. Haven't done that in forever. Who here knows what paint style is? Paint style. I said paint style. Who here knows what a paint style is? If you are, then you're an OG. Kolok, yeah. Yo, what's up, Monet? Bro spawned as soon as it said paint style. That's a blast from the past. But yeah, paint style is basically this is referred to as the paint object, and you would basically paint, quote unquote, using this object as like a brush, right? You make some weird structures or whatever, right? And then you do that, like, right? Like just some random nonsense, right? If you want some good examples of how like it looks, you know, just look at like Kolok's Emerald Realm part. Look at some parts in the X, that one Extreme Demon. Basically, any single like realism level, use these objects a lot. Now we just use Allium. Allium is okay for that stuff, but it's also depends on how you optimize it, because that's 80 objects right there. I don't believe in playtesting. Fair enough, I guess. I mean, one other paint style object that used to be used a lot is a bit of an unconventional one. You would not have thought that this object was used, but it is a line using font 6. This used to be a big thing. Using a font object like this with, I think, the vertical bar. And then you can make stuff like this. Like, this is, you know, quote unquote painting, you know, with like this lighting and stuff like that. Like I used fonts, I used the fonts for little highlights here, stuff like that. And then you use the this was another thing that used to be done all the time, was the rock corners here. If you scale them up a lot and then make their base color invisible, you get left with that, and then you could do some cloud type stuff like this. But yeah. More paint style just messiness right here. The thing with paint style is like it was fairly messy, so I didn't really. I used it like in like this level, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't really think I use it in any other level. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the main thing is like, I think this still exists, but no. That's not how you spell emerald. Yeah, no, not by bird, by levels leaks. Like, this is like the thing of paint style. Also nice to see you right there, buddy. Like, where is it at? All the way at the end's great. Like, you can see here, the paint's quote-unquote object used a lot. You see a lot of stuff right here, right here. You can see the corner pieces right here. Oh yeah. Basically, this is how this part was made, using a lot of these objects right here.
Looks like we're spamming IDs in chat, bro.
I'm not playing your 9 levels. Featured level, by the way? Yep. That is a featured level. Because it did not run in the slightest back in 2.1, at least Cloak's part. I remember getting like 60 FPS during Cloak's part. Now I get 150. But that's also due to my hardware upgrade more than anything else. Because we love a 5070 Ti. Why not? Okay. I don't feel like putting water in this part just because it's kind of small. I might put water here. I mean, a 4070 is still pretty decent. Like, I went from a 3070 to a 5070 Ti. So that's a fairly decent upgrade in my opinion. Copy paste, I don't care. i9 14900K with 4070 32 gigabytes of DDR5. I have i9 either 14900K or 5900. I can't remember. 5070 and then 32 gigabytes of DDR5. The thing with my RAM though is mine is 7200 MT. I don't know how fast yours is, but like I need to overclock my computer to be able to get 7200 MTs, like versus like the 4800 or something that it currently has. But I don't feel like doing that. There's no 15 series yet, then probably a 1400K then, because that don't exist. The thing with wood like this is people always get the freaking colors wrong all the time, dude. Like, people do not know that when you go dark with wood, you need to hue shift it towards purple. Like, I don't know. People always just do like some really saturated brown that looks disgusting whenever you get like a dark portion like this. It's just like, do you not like look outside? You can easily see. Also, with just like external lighting in general, that you gotta go brown or more towards purple like this. Luckily with this, I can just scale it like this. Is that glitch back? Oh no. That glitch is back? I thought they fixed this. Hello? Look at the friggin' post on the right, dude. It's just moving. It's schmoving. Oh no. I hate that glitch so much. It's broken like so many things that I've made. Like back in 2.1. I thought they fixed that with 2.2. Or else I'll just blame it on Better Edit. HA5, you suck. Do better. Yeah, I swear that bug was fixed with 2.2. So we'll just blame it on Better Edit. Let's add one more variation of this, just cause. Let's copy paste this over here just for some reference, right? Who gives a fuck? And then circles for the win, by the way. If you don't use circles for a grass object like this, you are missing out. But the thing with these types of circles is like, you gotta add like a little bit of texture to them, right? So just adding stuff like this is perfectly fine. Just do that, that, and then let's do that. And then add some lighter portions here. Obviously, like, these are very small. I am 15 times zoomed in right now, so you don't really be able to see all of it. And then I used to use these objects all the time for just general texturing, but they still work. They're still a good object to use nowadays for general grass texturing. That may look a little bit messy, but that should be fine. Let's do that. Awesome. And then you got to add a little bit more of 2.0 grass on this stuff, just because it makes it look it makes it look infinitely better, in my opinion. But I do want to make it a little bit small to match the size of these, just in general. If a cover of this song goes on Newgrounds at any point, I will 100% make a level with this. I don't want to use that, I just gotta use it there, so I'll use it here, or I'll use these objects instead. Maybe I should contact Rain Music and be like, hey, you want to do a metal cover of this? I know that you like a lot of anime music. Alright, but yeah. That's pretty much how you do this grass. Very simple. And when we're at 1x scale, it looks like this. So it does look a little bit more textured than it does when you are, you know, very much screwed. Very much zoomed in. Affection Addiction? Yes, that is this song. Let's add just like a small one. Like, you know. And then like, you know, smaller one down here. And then we can, just because we're doing a small, we can do these. Do that. There we go. Make it small like that. And then literally just need this. I don't think we need much more than this. We'll add like one thing of grass right here. But beyond that, You're just doing too much if you add a lot of texture to these smaller versions. There we go. It's good enough. You want Tapped Into Quiet by Vuvuzela? I am not. Sup, X Creator Goal? How you doing? See how it looks in game. Yep, that is perfectly good for its size. I will say it does look a little bit like you can land on there. So, not sure how I feel about that though. Art and design, I usually do that style a lot. Be so shy of the night. Have it, let's get rid of that one. Just because it'll make it look a bit darker and not as obvious as a you can land on it. Yeah, that's better for contrast. Okay, let's go and add some ceiling rocks, which I will just need to do this again. That's creator goal here. I don't know. Bro's allowed to be here. Anyone's allowed to be here. Even Vernum pops in from time to time. Any tips on creating? Since you were on YouTube, I do have. If you go to my page, my YouTube channel right now, my YouTube page, I do have a 100 creating tips video, which I have some pretty necessary things like you are requesting. Tips on creativity. Unfortunately, that just kind of really comes with experience and your own ability to gauge how you come up with ideas. Because I am definitely not the most creative person in the slightest, but I still believe I come up with some neat things from time to time. You know, like HSV and Chompo. I think those are pretty creative, but that's just me tooting my own horn in the end of the day. Obviously, my own opinion is pretty irrelevant on that matter. But like, I don't do art at all outside the game. Like, I did buy a drawing tablet or, you know, an iPad so I could draw. I haven't done anything like that just because I haven't acted upon it because I kind of don't feel like doing that right now. Either way, you don't have to be the most artistic person to create in this game. And it really comes down to the end of the day as to, like, what you think your levels are decent, like, quality-wise. Obviously, like, getting some external opinions on that is good. But, like, if you think something's good, there's probably a good way to go ahead and improve it. So, searching for things to improve on, whether that be across levels or on a singular level, would definitely be a little bit more interesting and better for creativity. Like, initially, I wasn't going to add this area fade pulse or area tint pulse on these spikes, but I was like, you know what? I think that looked cool, and I think that is a fairly creative way of doing it. So I was like, you know what? Let's add them. Yeah. You know, the interactive effects. Oh, that's just the that's just the base one. I don't really like doing the custom ones because unfortunately with the custom ones, it makes any object that pulses to the music, so orbs, these objects, they don't pulse for some reason. It's a weird phenomenon. What's up, Red Music? How you doing? How long am I going to stream before REQS? How long have we been going? It's already been 90 minutes? What do you mean? It does not feel like it's been an hour and a half already. Maybe another hour? I don't know. It really depends on how much I feel like doing requests. That's the same object, so I want to use a different one. Is that the same object? That is, motherfucker. Where's the other one? I can't see it. There it is. Jesus. Building does take a while. That's one thing that like a lot of people don't realize is that like even for a basic level, like we're talking like 1.9, you know, simple design, even like a simple modern level, it takes time to build a level. People can't make a level in like 2 hours normally, unless like you have a way or a method to your madness. Like a lot of my levels, my more speedrunny type levels, they take like 9 hours. All of my build week levels took 7 to 9 hours to make. And that's like consistently 7 to 9 hours just going and basically just building the entire day. Can you see that? You cannot. Awesome. My build level's fast, but I keep updating them after you release them, so you get 20 versions. Yeah. That happens too. I personally try to get all my update needing things done before I release the level. Like I try to do that. Alright, this will make it obvious that you can't hit those. But I didn't do that, and that. You got your first send? Congratulations. Opinions on speed building? I don't mind it. I mean, if you're speed building the same thing over and over again, just churning out the same thing with like different levels, then I'd probably care less for it. But I feel like if you're speed building and you are making something unique every time, then that's perfectly fine. I don't really see any reason to fault it. What's the names of the mods? So this one is called Advanced Improved Transform Controls, and it allows you to do stuff like this where, you know, now the object will be scaled based on this rotation axis. You can snap the thingy here to either a grid space or each of the vertices here, and be like, all right, cool. This one here is random selection, so you select a thing of objects, you say, let's do 25%, or you can set a certain amount, so let's do 12 out of the 23, and it'll select 12 random objects. If you want to do that again, 12, it selected 12 different random objects. And then this one is a reference image. Which I should probably disable because I don't need that anymore. I only needed it for the hand in HSV. Okay. These ones are 56, so I need to find 57. There we are. Soggy mod is the best mod ever made. Okay, but what about like mods with practical use and value though? In my opinion, that would be the better transform controls. Ba-doot. Don't need that, nor will I need that. I also need to add a thingy. Make that 0. Boom, bada boom. And then let's just add some rotation values to all these. All right. Just because it looks better, in my opinion, versus, you know, straight 90-degree angles. Sup, cup line? How you doing? All right. This is gonna hurt to do, but I think I'm gonna introduce some agua in this part, so you get to see how I torture myself to do this. God, this takes forever to do. Let's uncheck the portal. So these need to be 2-2 first of all, and then obviously you just, you know, spam the rocks, whatever, and then just so I can get a good reference. Okay, there we are. Actually, I'll keep these here as a flat line because I think it looks good enough. Three. Scale it down. Okay. And then let's add this one. So I forget, dude. I did this yesterday, but I'm already forgetting. Okay, so these ones right here. These are all like T1. And then these are B1 to B4. Ugh. Okay, so these main ones are B1. Okay, that's good to know. Boop, boop. Boop. B1. We do need to grab these. And then bring that down by 1. Awesome. So they're now behind those rocks. These ones here, I'll just need to continue filling in these rocks. That's perfectly fine. Yes, this is eliminate in the background. We love eliminates. At least I do. Okay, so now we need to add some of these. Well, we don't need to, but I want to. And then grab the alternate version. Do that, and then let's do this. And then make that +3. Boop. And just goes to the last one. I don't really care about making it different. There we go. Okay. So now let's add, for now, the agua. And as you can see, there's some weird stuff going on with the scale values, right? Like 1.25, sure. Move that down. I do want to actually do that. Make these a little bit smaller or lower them down a little bit. Okay, they are just that. Okay, that's good. I'll most likely be changing that up / removing these once I figure out what I want to do here, which I will go ahead and show that. So what we can do here is that I want to be as close as I can get without actually like overlapping. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so now we use these objects right here, which are just these scaled very, very short, or squished down a shit ton. And then I don't think I do. Never mind. I'm gonna do that. Basically what happens is these are technically like, they're like behind these spikes Z-layer wise, so I just do that. But then for this is where we get a little fun with the Z-layer stuff. We need to move these back over to T1. That can go there. And then we can do a little bit of this. Nope, not that. Damn grid snap. This is temporary, so we will be fixing this after we introduce the gradients, which we will go ahead and tackle that right now. I like to use these, just because it's easier to see. And then just move them over. And I think those are hidden. Okay. So what I can do here is move that down like that. And then let's just make sure that we're at the same Y value. Okay. And then we grab these. And then new group on the X value. And then we do the same thing, but on this side. Then let's just do this for now. Boop. Okay. And then now what do we do? I forget. Oh, right. I'm being stupid. I'll just set that to an arbitrary position for now. And then we do this, copy that, put it down there. And then this one is actually wrong, so we need to add grab the X value here. I think I need to add one here actually. Yeah, and then let's just to make it consistent, give her these groups. Do that. Okay, now we need to grab some of these. And then set that to not disable. And then this is basically what I did for the HSV gradient stuff for a hell of a long time. So 59, 58. So let's do this top one first. So we have 61, 59, 60, 60. 61, 59, 60, 60. And these are hello? 61, 59, 60, 60. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh wait, it's a weird thing that happens when you copy the values of here. I don't know why it happens. Okay, next one. So we have 60, 59. And then 6258. I'll be doing level requests at some point. There's no guarantee on when that'll occur though. So then we have 6258, or sorry, 6062. Interesting. And then 6364. Okay, so we now have the cover above the crystals. And then now we just need to fill this in. So we can just do 63, 64, 67, 66, 3, 4, 7, 6. And then to end it all off, we can just do 6, 7, 5, 5. Okay. Nope. That's wrong. 3, 7, not 6, 7. 3, 7, 5, 5. Awesome. So now if we hide these guys right here, then we now have a separate water layer that is slightly above. Also, what is happening? Oh, Creative Cloud's trying to update right now. I'll pass. But yeah, that's basically how I did the gradients here. I can actually copy this Y value because this one's a little odd right now. Boop. Alright, and then save, go back in, and now you have a gradient. Which, I don't know if that really works with that. I think I need to move this down. Alright, that's better. Can I make reactive grass? No. I don't want to. Okay, so that's how I do the gradients, and then for the front, we just have these guys, which is just a thing of glow set to this color, and then we have these with a invisible base color. And then let's do that. And then that is the quote-unquote front of the water, which I think I'll actually move that up a little bit because that was kind of gross. Yeah, that's fine. I think this thing is just too big. This thing is just too big for its own good. Which is fine. Let's make that nice 3. Alright, and then move it down. Alright, we're good. Well, yeah. And then you just add some more of these guys in the back. And the thing with the water, though, is that I currently have it so that it always has a full-on backdrop, because like, where's this water ending, right? So adding some crates or something in the back will make it so that there's like a quote-unquote backside to the water, so that the water is localized, because otherwise it'll just be going in the back, which obviously would need to have some sort of ending, which I don't feel like implementing. Some parallax. And then let's do -17. Alright, there we go. So yeah, you have localized water. What mod do I use for better scaling? I'm assuming you're talking about the warping. That is called Improved Transform Controls. Is this a demon level? No, it's like a 6 5-star at most. And then, just because, let's go ahead and grab these. And these are like B3, I think. Oh yeah. That. And obviously I need to move the gradients a little bit to the left because you can easily see when they first pop in. Did I know that the love request form is in the description? I do. It's because we're going to be switching to love request here in a little bit. The main point of this building stream was to like just basically show like, alright, this is how you do this stuff. Although, sure, let's get a little bit more ambitious with this. Move that to B3 so it's below there. Move this to the right. And then here. I really wish that this unit of movement existed in vanilla. It's the pixel movement. So like a single pixel. Or like a pixel unit. I don't even know the actual amount of it. But it is super useful. Let's copy this X value, paste it on this guy right here. Boop. And then let's go ahead and save and exit so that it goes back. And then there might be some weird glitches, but once again, this is very, very small and not really going to be noticeable at one-time zoom. So it should be fine. Well, yeah, even there, a little bit more quote-unquote depth. So yeah, we have 3 layers of quote-unquote depth for this water. We have the one that's before the spike here. We have the one that's before these crates here. I do need to add one more view. And then we have one that is behind the crates with this backdrop of water. Which I guess, now that I'm looking at it, should be continued over here. So yeah, that is how I did that. What did you miss? I showed how I made the water look like this with its various layers of depth to it. Oh yeah, it's all just like, it's a couple of gradients. Like if I were to delete these, then I get rid of this portion right here. But beyond that, it's just a couple of your basic objects, these blocks set to a blending color. You remember you did a similar effect with an unreleased platformer level? Yeah, it's not really the most revolutionary effect, but I think it's good for depth. Yeah. That's good. I like that. And then I guess the only part of water we can really have coming down is there. Sure. 8. When I say 8, 13. Then move that over 1/8 of a block. Let's do 1/4 of the block, actually. Now, since there is the bounding part here, I do want to actually make that smaller. And then make your speed smaller as well. And then let's reduce your particle count. Excuse me. Wow. How many objects does the level have so far? 7.5 thousand. Thank you guys. Typically I mute my mic when I sneeze, but I hit the wrong button. But yeah. That's pretty much it for how I made this stuff. Obviously we have some parallax in the background that we need to finish up doing, which I didn't link these. Oh my goodness, I'm such a loser. I think that's it. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. How far it goes? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. 1, 2, 3, like that. Which I think that should be almost enough. I'll do that just in case. And then for this, I just copy paste. I do not care, dude. The thing with these rock objects is like you can just kind of get away with copy pasting because of like how rigid they look just naturally. I mean, if you have like a uniform look like this, it does kind of look shitty, but you can, you know, dude, why is it so like, what's going on here, bro? Why are you so far over? That's good. Let's move you over to the right by a little bit. Okay, and then alongside that, we go ahead and add a little bit more of these guys. Which, you know, just fairly simple. Just copy paste. The thing with cave parallax like this is that you can easily just get away with copy pasting a whole bunch of your details because, like, you know, I do not care about making every single portion of this quote-unquote cave look different. It's fine. Okay, how far over did these go? 1, 2, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 I need a top here. Bum, bum, Alright. I don't have a exclamation mark hardest command, but it is bloodbath if you're curious. Exclamation mark easiest. Give me a break. I like this song a lot. It's a good song. And then finally, let's just add one right here. I think that should be good. Okay. So we do need to add, obviously, the ceiling blocks over to the right side of the robot portal. But beyond that, I think this part is almost done. Just need to add a little bit more air deco. Mainly those arrows. And then finish off that area right there. So let's go back to these guys over on this. And then I have a green and a yellow orb over to the right. So I need to make those on 16 because that's my air deco layer for this portion. Nice. Nice spoiler. Love to see it. Yeah, people who do stupid stuff like that, they don't realize how proficient we are with getting people comment banned. Like, we are very much on top of that stuff. You want to know the song you're using for the level? I'm losing for the level? I'm gatekeeping it. Although if I do exit the level, you'll be able to see it. I'm using Lit Fuse. Dude, yeah. This is the VIP of Lit Fuse. Oh, I forgot about the water drips. I need to get some drippiness, add some moistness to the cave. There we go. Hello. Brought in a Blink 182? That's crazy. I like my caves drippy. Okay. So let's go ahead and add the rest of this. Just some arrows. Boop. 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 Let's just do that, 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 and then that. 30 degrees should be fine. Then let's add there. Cool. Is a cave theme level? Not entirely. It's just a cool color theme level, like, you know, cold colors. It's a bit dark in this part, so I can't really see, but there's obstacles here. Trust. Upside down wave and a 5-star? Yeah, because it's... Upside down wave is not that difficult. Let's try to get the first coin. Ugh. Like, I put upside down waves on my 3 stars, alright? Upside down wave is not any different than regular wave. That was late. Nope, I got it. It was late. What? You can die there? Oh, that's some bullshit. I might have to fix that. Boop, 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 boop. Hide. There we go. Oh, I forgot you can't do that. Alright, you should be able to not die there anymore. Early? Yep, early. That jump is so precise. I think that was good. Yeah. Alright, there's the coin. Let's go and get the other coin in the level. I might die though, because the one in the UFO is kind of difficult. I don't know the clue patterns to that one yet. Oh, we got it. I might die here though. Ugh. Damn it. Anyways. Yeah, I think that's all the building want to do. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and switch over to level quests in a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, set up level quests, and yeah, see you guys in a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead. I need to swap out my audio sources so that YouTube will no longer hear Jump Trash audio and Twitch will no longer hear the background music. And then let's go ahead and start playing the background music. Okay. And then let's go ahead and open up the form. Manage acceptance responses. Form opened. All right. I guess let's go ahead and start with the skip request since we immediately got one. Retray 22. Ba-da-ba-ba. Not bad so far. Not sure that these pads are needed because that level that was already very easy. Coin, yeah. Interesting. Another free coin. It's a skip queue? Yeah, it is. Not bad. Kind of wasn't the largest fan of the gray portions, so I think that it would have been a little bit better without the gray pixel blocks. So I think our rate should be fine. Alright, let's go ahead and do the first 5 in order. I'll probably only going to be doing like an hour of level requests today, just because I've been streaming for over 2 hours already of building. So, and plus I haven't eaten lunch yet. Like right now is typically whenever I eat lunch. So I'll be having a little bit of a later lunch, I guess. But I'll probably only be doing 1 hour of requests today. Which means in about 30 minutes, I will be resetting the form. I don't really think the pixelate shader is necessary here. Kind of makes it a little bit more messy than it needs to be. The background and everything else looks pretty decent. I like the, what I'm assuming are neurons, like neuron trees. That's cool. Wait, it's this level. Hold up. I've seen this somewhere. This part's cool. I honestly do think that the glitch shader here takes it down a little bit for me. I just feel like it wasn't really the most necessary thing. This part looks cool. Wasn't worth it. This crash syncs game. Imagine your level crash or your game crashing. Couldn't be me. Yeah, people on YouTube, especially, because you guys are typically the people who are the problem childs. Put your level request in the form. This was cool. I think some of the shaders brought it back a little bit, but I really like that orb section, so I think a feature should be fine. Platformer. Alright. It's a lunar geometry, meaning there's going to be some sort of gimmick, meaning that I don't want to deal with it. Oh, it's extreme demon anyways. Alright. It's actually not extreme. Oh, okay. Either way, I'm just gonna look at it. I don't want to play through it right now. What's it called? Stove. Interesting. Tenderize the steak. Smash it. Yes. Yo, if I can buy lunch with this, bro, that's 7 cents. I could probably buy lunch with maybe 100 more donations like that, but I appreciate it. A pancake. Kind of wish it actually showed you, or I kind of wish that you had to go into the fridge and the pantry to actually grab the ingredients to be like, alright, let me just go ahead and, just, click here and arbitrarily grab the ingredients. Yo, Cleek with the 700 bits. Appreciate it. And Heart with the bit as well. Thank you guys. 100 more donations like this. This is cool though. Next, I want a steak. Didn't you already get a steak? You're tenderizing the steak. I'm assuming it just gets faster as you go on, given by the extra rounds text at the bottom. But this is cool. Got a Bismarck Cleek. Thank you for the 701 bits. 800 bits from Cleek. Here's a burger. Alright, spoiler. Where's the rebuttal? This is cool. I liked it. Very neat gimmick. I accept defeat. I like that. Alright. Next. Analog Horror. You've already sent me to this. And, I already sent it for Epic. So, we'll move on. Oh, this level. Alright. Yeah, we're watching this after stream. We're watching this after stream. I've been looking forward to this level, but I want to get the coin. I've heard that the coin is kind of a crazy experience, so I'm going for the coin. So that means I'll probably take like 10 to 15 minutes on the level, and I'd rather get to as many levels as we can today because I am only streaming for an hour. This was this not the. Okay, so MC Minor, you freaking okay. You put this in the form normally, but then you also spent the channel points. Okay. Alright, I guess. Was this the third level? Okay, so third, 4th, 5th. Okay. Thank you guys for the bits. Alright. We get a clique request. Which I'm assuming is another clique entry. Cool. Duality Gauntlet entry / clique CC entry. Alright. I'm gonna look at this later. Just because I'm not playing any Duality Gauntlet entries on stream. If it was just a clique entry, I would be playing it right now. But since this is a Duality Gauntlet entry, I do not want to give any unfair advantages to Duality Gauntlet entries. Can you replace? You know what, clique? I typically don't do this. But I just deleted your thing from the form. You should be able to request again. What is this? Apparently I played it in practice mode. Bloody mode off? We want that on, bro. We're not a bunch of wusses. Boom, 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 boom. This looks cool so far. Great atmosphere. Oh. Yo, Harsh with the tier 1. Thank you. Welcome. Remember, if you're in my Discord server, Harsh, remember to link your Twitch account, and you can get the supporter role. Clique with the 5 gifted. Good idea, Harsh. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was not bloody at all. Oh. Hello. That's a little buggy, that transition. Which, I mean, it's not really your fault, it's RobTop's fault, but I would just make sure you have D blocks. There the entire time. Gameplay does get a little bit wonky here. I would try to do a little bit of focusing. Fucking Slenderman ass, what are you doing? You gotta go down. Oh. You cannot hold that. Sorry to bit. Thank you for the bit. Bro's skull cracked. Is this the Nexus upload? Nope. Surprising. Alright. This was cool. I liked it. Alright, I'm just going on to random queue at this point. I don't remember how many levels we've played, actually, but I'm just moving on to random queue. I can't be bothered to keep track of that. Alright. 9 is the lower bound, and 260 is the upper bound. 157 is what we roll. GD Monkey. This song is banger, but levels don't really use the ending, which is the best part. Oh, yeah, I know what part you mean. And I would agree. That part is infinitely better than the one that was used than the part that's used in Skeletal Shenanigans. Yo, Bailey. With the 2 bits. And then Cleek again with the 99. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And Fanika with the bit as well. Me and Finico collectively donated $1. That is very true. You know, every bit helps because as a collective, you can do a lot of stuff. And thank you for the 3. I just need someone to mog, so I'll mog. Nice. This is a bit mogging stream, apparently. That was a weird transition just because the rock structure was a little rigid. I'll try to make it a little bit more natural looking. I do like the lightning bolts here. That's cool. Definitely a lot of potential here, which I can appreciate. Oh, you gotta hit that immediately. Yeah, definitely has some great ideas. I just wish there's a little more going on. It did feel a bit empty at portions, especially towards the beginning. Like, this part felt rather empty. So I'd probably request that there's a little bit more going on, just general air deco. Like, you got the water drops. Just hit my mic. Apologies. But I feel like the structuring here doesn't really, like, do it for me and make the air deco lack, you know, worth it. I feel like this part's definitely a little bit better. But I feel like these parts, like this part and the part of the beginning, just needs a little bit more air deco in my opinion. So it's definitely almost there. I would just add more air deco on those portions, and feel free to just request that again. Alright, let me just make sure that. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Time to go ahead and roll the next number. We have 273. And we rolled 247. Whoa. Don't jump there. Not too bad so far. Colors are decent. I do think they could be a little bit more saturated though. Oh. Interesting. Oh, okay, I was not expecting that. That changed tenure very quickly. Not huge on the colors here. Once again, I think they could be a little bit more saturated. I'm guessing these rely on player colors, which that's just neat. Definitely some decent deco ideas here. They're rather simple, but I think they all work pretty well. I think the colors could use a little bit more of a rehaul, but beyond that, I got no issues with this. Gameplay is really good. Like, obviously, like, there's those skips, but I think they're fine for this level. Not bad. Oh, J735. Nice. Version 1 still. Interesting. Yeah, I think a rate should be fine. Mainly because the color values are being a little odd. Delete row. 284. 211. Alrighty. That's some sketch time right there. We have a late Space Gauntlet entry. Not actually. It just looks like it would be a Space Gauntlet entry. Okay. I saw those toggle orbs inside those black orbs. You can't fool me with that. Definitely some decent ideas. I just think the execution is just a little lackluster, from my opinion. This looks like the ending of Alien Dream Simulator. That flower there. That's an evil ending. Yeah, I think it has some decent ideas. It was just a little too simple, unfortunately, for me. And that just realistically comes with practice. Like, continuing to practice that style, you eventually will get better at it. It's just something you gotta keep practicing. Okay. Why did someone requested a level that says no ID because private? Okay, well that level is just going to get deleted from the form. There's no point. 286. Like, what do you mean? This is a mod request stream, not a let me watch your preview of a level stream. This is a I'm sending levels to RobTop. Hit the frickin' orbs. Man, this gameplay. This hit the orb gameplay, dude. That's how you that's an immediate I won't send your level. Especially when you're that aggressive about it. This level is a little too simple for my liking. Also has some weird transitions like that. Not sure how I feel about those. Alright, random bitrate killer backgrounds. Gotta love it. Secret way. Aw. You're not really the biggest fan of this gameplay, unfortunately. And the deco is a little too simple. But yeah. A little too simple. $291. And we roll 125. This is an extreme demon that uses a Nong. Alright. Replacement song version. That's the one I care about.
How long is this stream going to be? Probably another 40 minutes or so. This guy says possible ban evader monitoring. And this guy's spamming IDs in chat.
Imagine. The replacement song's not bad for this. Really cool style, though. What the frick? Sudden ending to the video, bro. Jesus. That literally jump scared me. The ending to the video is like, BAM! Recommended videos. Oh yeah. Deco wasn't bad. The replacement song does, like, you know, have a little oddity to it. And I think there is like a, yeah. Is that trigger persistent? Please tell me it is. It's not persistent. You have to hit that every single time. Do you... Okay. That's very annoying. I think for that, a rate should suffice. But please, please make sure that you set your, you know, settings like that to persistent, so you don't have to click that every single attempt, because that'll be very annoying. $299. $296. I'm not going to say that because I don't know how Twitch's auto mod. will react to me saying that word. I'll just say heroine. It's like Hero Brian, but no B. It's got some good atmosphere, though. Good use of glow. Obviously, like, this somber piano cover doesn't really work too well with the with the deco here, but I think it syncs well, which is what really matters with new guns replacement. That you got to make sure it syncs well. Some of the gameplay is a little odd. You got some very unassuming timings. Like, it definitely is like a medium demon, not like almost medium demon. Also got like stuff like this, which you can just skip, unless you're being stupid, which you are being stupid. Ugh. There's no point, dude. Just improve your structuring, realistically. Like, if you're able to easily skip this and just jump here, you go like that, just improve the structuring. That's a structuring issue rather than a, oh, I'm gonna make the orb unskippable. Like, that's just don't do that. Because that's not a player-friendly experience in the slightest. That's you forcing the player to go out of the way to do something different when they could just do something else. You know? Not player-friendly in the slightest. Which is what you normally want your levels to be. Long end screen? Yeah. Cool end screen though.
Huh?
But yeah. I think a feature should be fine just because there are a decent amount of gameplay issues. But it did look good. Yeah, thank you for the bits. Today's your birthday? Unfortunately, I cannot play levels for any sort of monetary gain. So, all I can really say is thank you for the bits, and hope you have a good birthday. Alright, I do see we have a skip queue, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. And I think after the skip queue, we will reset the form. The Ring. Like the movie? This level uses custom music. Cool, I will play with the bass music instead. You can find a link to the music in the comments. Bro. Okay, sure, the chair kills you. What happened? The form's going to be reset after I play this level. These parts look really cool. It's the other parts that I feel like could use a little bit more to it. Like the block deco here is really simple. Oh, we're being stabbed. Oh no. Never mind, we're not being stabbed. It's the chair again, freaking millipede over here. What's going on? Get away from me, bro. The tree is on fire. Interesting. Alright, that's a blind orb. Just straight up. Jump to skip. Oh, for the end screen. Ew, is that birch? Ring ring, who's there? Hello? Hello? Alright. Not bad. Yeah, you're expecting me to type in this link? You can't copy links, bro. I'm not typing in this frickin' link. What do you mean? Copy from GD browser? No. I'm not going out of my way to copy a freaking link, dude. Even if I did want to play this with the this song, this is a dumb way to put the song, because nobody's going to be typing in this link. They're going to GD browser or something. That wasn't bad. I think our rate should be fine. It's got some weirdness to it, but it's still good. Yo, crazy builder with 100 bits. Thank you. What's going on? Alright, let's go ahead and reset the queue. Okay. Linking the spreadsheet linked. As per usual, I'll be rolling the first 20 levels, or I'll be rolling with the bound set to the first 20 levels. For now, let's play a level. Let's play HSV. You want to attempt on desert.gif? Nah. See, I don't know why you guys were having issues with this level lagging. You just gotta get a new device. If you lag on this level, get a job or something. Go get a job and buy yourself a new device, because, you know, all the like videos I saw people getting 1 FPS. I'm sure you have like a 10-year-old phone. Come on, man. Just get a new phone. Like, I'm streaming to 2 different locations, and I haven't dropped a single frame yet. Or, just buy a PC and play on desktop, because, you know, mobile's inferior. Anyway. That's my take for the day. Especially for just, like, device, performance. Alright. Go ahead and go back to the form. We already have 100 requests, alright. 2 to 21 hour bounds. We roll number 7. Cool Guy Ivan. Alright. Good song choice. Game. There's a lot of flashing going on. It's weird. Ah. Weird transition. So I'm gonna look at this level and be like, is this inspired by WannaCry? Oh my god. When it's just like, just game glitchiness. Which is what inspired WannaCry. Alright. I will say the transitions between like going from the foreground to the background there, that was cool. It is a bit difficult to see the boss attacks because they're so bright. Also, I think the sound effects aren't necessary there. Here either. You better not crash my game. Got some decent ideas. A little rough around the edges though, so I think a rate should be fine. Because a lot of the deco was relatively similar to itself the entire level. And I'm not really the biggest fan of like the shade of purples going there. I feel like something that with that could have been a little bit more vibrant. Still says I'm building. Well, if you look at the entire title, it says chill building, REQS later. As far as I'm concerned, we are in the later portion. So I don't feel like having the need to update the title. 10. This one says huge epilepsy warning. Alright. I don't even know what difficulty this said, so I'm just gonna play it. Gameplay so far is not bad. Give me like some old 2.0 effect level vibes. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, that's not what a wave portal looks like, so I don't know what you're looking at there. Not half bad ideas, this level. I do think some of the block deco is a little underwhelming though, especially in like parts like these, where like it looks cool with the parallax, I guess, but I feel like just using the 1.0 blocks there just kind of a little bit of a cop out. How many objects is this? 3,000. Not even. Not bad. I think a rate should be fine. $144. We rolled 19. All right. A lot of older requests so far. Very happy to see that. Cool tomfoolery. Okay. A bit simple so far, deco. It's generally a large disconnect between the foreground and the background, which there was like a mid-ground layer to connect it. I'm honestly surprised I did not immediately die because I hit that, or because I decided to skip that orb. So you got my my thanks there. That transition's a little sudden, but I just have generally decent reaction speed. Whoops. I do think there could be a little bit more color changes. Like you do have a couple color changes with the object outlines. But the main blue color there, I feel like, has overstayed its welcome, in my opinion. Not too bad, though. Inspired by Architect. I think if the colors were improved and there was just like a generally a little bit more air deco, I might send this for a star rate, but it's just a little too
little for me right now. Needs a little more stuff going on, in my opinion. $158. 33. I've already seen this, I did not send it, has not been updated. So I think I'll go ahead and move on to the next one. $158 once again, 66. There you are. This is an extreme demon. Using some Morse code, alright. Hopefully it's not just a layout. Okay, there is actually some stuff here. That's good. Also, yeah, what was that Snapchat notification, bro? Mobile notification. Yep. Classic mobile video where there's people forgetting to turn on Do Not Disturb when they record stuff. The structure in this level is a bit too simple, especially in this part. There's some decent color work here. A little overblown, I might add. But I think the color combinations aren't too bad. This part just lost the plot. Yeah, what's happening? There's gameplay here? Okay. And then we return back to a layout. Alright. Even if it is a quote-unquote memory level, this is just too much. This is just too much. And you can't even see anything here. You can see, like, the remnant of a spike, but you can't even see your player, like, at all. Either way, I think I'll be passing on that. Effects aside, the block deco was too simple, and the structuring as well felt a little recent tab-ish. Not really much effort, unfortunately, was put into the structuring. So I think there could be a lot more improvement there. Alright, 165. We roll number 7. We have an Adrian Artistry. I've already seen this, or I have not actually seen it. I put it in my later folder, just because I wanted to play it off stream. I will continue to do that, just because I'm not doing any Duality Gauntlet entries on stream, for reasons I have said in the past. $168. 73. What about you vote a number? That'll be impossible to do. Just saying. Opal Oralite. The level by Adrian RC is sick. I'll take a look at it. At some point. Soon, hopefully. Why is Zafkiel on the call? So far this is rather underwhelming. This might be a low detail mode verification. I don't know. Does never say. Great. Either way, this level is definitely inspired by, what's it called? The one Kolok thing. Sweater weather, yep, that level. What's the YouTube song? Oh, playing in the background. Skyline by Colvin and Electrolyte. This part just randomly got to like a 7-star difficulty. What's going on? Okay. I'm gonna look at that in the editor because that very much seems like a low detail mode. Yeah, that was definitely low detail mode. Great. It does look a little underwhelming though. The full detail mode, that is. What did that just say? Okay. But yeah, I think it's a little underwhelming, the colors here. Like, they're really dull, and I wish there was a little bit more vibrant. And plus, like, the 9 circles effect is rather underwhelming too. Like, it's just like a little bit of pulse on the block, not really that much intensity. So it kind of lacks intensity there, which I like in 9 circles levels. In my hotel. I don't know what that means. 178. 154. Would have banged in 2.1, I guess. I guess it's been updated, so let's play it. I can't tell if this has been updated since I last played it. I can't tell. This is very chaotic. Not sure how I feel about that. Thanks, Einstein. How are you doing? Okay, yeah, this level. I have seen this level. I do remember it now. It's just a little messy. And it kind of didn't really go with the song, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm playing, bro. Can that pig stop jump scaring, dude? Alright. Yeah, the level is not updated, and it's not really the most intriguing level in my opinion. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't like the levels like that. 181. Sent for IP ban. That'd be funny if I could do that. And I would do that to some people. It'd be funny. An old Consi level. Alright. I low-key like Consi's older style rather than like the whole, you know, realism nonsense, boring ass cherry team stuff he does nowadays. Like, that stuff just doesn't interest me at all. Like, Consi used to have a very intriguing looking glow style, and now it's just like realism boring. That's just not interesting in the slightest. That's a transition and a half, dude. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to be here, bro. What's going on? Gameplay in this level is a little rough, though. Okay. The design of this level looked pretty good, but the gameplay is not it. Voltex, really. Is this just like a reskin of Motion? I can't tell. I haven't played Motion in a while. Looks like it is, actually. Maybe not. I can't tell, actually. Oh, those are saw blades? I thought they were orbs, bro. Interesting. If only Mara made the gameplay. Yeah, I don't know. 1 year ago. Yeah, that's a little, the deck looks good, but it's just one of those levels that, like, if I were to want to, like, try and beat this, I would just not touch it with a 1,000-yard stick. Because that gameplay was, yeah. I did not like that gameplay. $189. 176. Mason. Mason Pines. Ooh. Decent pulses. The area move here, you can see at the top of the blocks. I would definitely fix that. No, we're still going. I thought we were at the end. I'm like good at sight reading. I'm not playing this level. What is that? Why'd you punch the bird? What do you mean? What'd the bird do? What's up, Busy Tech? The bird deserved it. That was decent. I think a starter could be fine, just because it does use area move in a way that I'm not the largest fan of, in that it's putting everything on it, which is like using it as a crutch. Which I don't really like when levels use area move as a crutch that much. Like, it's fine in like some circumstances, but using it, making the entire level, it's just like a lot of trigger work that was a little lazily done, in my opinion. Alright, 192. I'll play like 2 or 3 more levels, and then I feel like we've done about an hour of level quests, so I'll do that.
We roll 145. Pixelism. Using this song. So far this gameplay is really like, I don't know. I think these colors don't really work out that well. Also, thanks for the transition, I guess. The structuring is really simple. Wish the structuring was a little bit more interesting. Yeah, this gameplay is, it's something. Which one do you click? Red orb. Yes. Hello. Yeah, the gameplay is just, unfortunately, a little too simple. Or not really simple, but like, a little too recent tabby. For my liking. Really? What is that, dude? Why is that impossible? Alright. Can't be asked. Nine. That's also very incorrect. That's a demon. But yeah, it's a little too unpolished. $197. There's a skip queue. Okay. I'll play the skip queue and then I'll play this level I just rolled and then we'll end the stream. Just because I'm freaking hungry, dude. $10 minutes. I'll play this later. But yeah. Well, let's just I'll play that after I eat lunch. And then I'll play the other levels that I put in the later folder of this stream after I eat lunch. But for now, I'll be playing this level, and yeah. We're ending it off with the impossible game. Nah. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, this is just the impossible game, so, you know. Yo, thank you for the gifted sub, Leon.
Huh?
Evil. The thing, Rob Top stole this game and someone put it in Rob Top's game. Yep, that's funny. Good lord. But yeah, it's a one-to-one replica, and I'm not the biggest fan of one-to-one replicas, just cause, you know, they're not that interesting. But yeah, that was the last level of the stream, like I said. But let's go raid someone. Sure. I don't know who this person is, what they're building, so let's go raid them. Appreciate everybody for coming out. It was an enjoyable building stream at the beginning, then we switch over to level quests. Well, yeah. Go give this person some support. I just picked them at random, so this might be a mistake, might not be, I don't know. Either way, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for all the bits and gifted subs today. Very much appreciate it. And yeah, see you guys.